what's up? It's Laura from Laura Marie Plans, and today I am back with another plan with me. I am planning for the week of September 9th through the 15th in my Aura Estelle A5 wide planner using my Caress Press 2024 inserts, and this week I am using the kit called Level Up from Plannerface. I believe this was her Cyber Monday mystery from last year, but I honestly have not been following her shop that long. I'm not 100% sure. I don't believe it's available in shop, but I would definitely look out for a reformat or something because this is epic, amazing, and everything. So, I did decide to use this kit this week because it was my husband Jake's 28th birthday and he's a big video gamer lover. We actually didn't even play any video games this week. I mean, he did. He plays all the time, but we didn't like together because we had such a busy week. So, despite the lack of gaming in this kit, still wanted to do this kit for him. He got in really into gaming when he was working for a professional video game team and got all this free stuff. And so he was basically they basically gave him the free stuff and they were like, please play Valorant, Overwatch, etc. with us. And so ever since then he has, and I really love video gamers too. I love watching Twitch. I have my favorite gamers and I just love video games, and so does Jake. So I thought this kit would be perfect. It was a very, very complicated base and day by day. This is probably level most difficult for me. So I did do a voiceover this whole spread. I tried to slow it down a little more than I usually do my typical voiceovers so I can still tell you guys my stories and stuff, but I did decide to ultimate color block, we're going to call it, which is basically color blocking, but also foil color blocking. Do I ever want to do this again? No. Does it look good? Yes. So I had 3 foils. I had purple hollow, pink hollow, and blue hollow. Very bisexual. We love. And I used the blue hollow on both the navy and the light blue days, but I basically put purple hollow with the purple days, pink hollow with the pink days, blue hollow with the dark blue and light blue days. And then on the day by day, I color blocked that whole thing too. And I pre-ordered a bunch of custom scripts from Plannerface. So the chances of my scripts and everything and the icons in this kit and everything matching were so slim. So I had to end up using a lot of black scripts and random ass doodles. So it's questionable if I ever do this again, but it was worth a shot. I've been wondering what it would be like to fully commit to color blocking. And I think it's level impossible unless you have all the custom scripts and doodles basically on easy access. So easy access, I don't know what I'm saying, but do love how this turned out. I think the base looks so fun and epic. I basically got all these Chris underlays from Plannerface. I do have a code with Hannah. You can use Laura15 to save 15% off or mention me in the notes and you'll get my freebie. And I also got a bunch of birthday overlays and gamer overlays. So I did color block basically everything except the sidebar. I decided to just go rogue. I think in hindsight, it would have honestly just looked better if I just mixed all the foils together. I feel like I went too stingy and it's just a lot. It looks really good, but I'm just damn, there's not a lot of foil anymore because my day by day just fell apart. But this is just me being judgmental in my own spreads. I did have this leftover balloon animal thing bundle in pink hollow from my birthday week. So I incorporated that as well. But everything else was pretty much from Plannerface. And yeah, it's a spread for sure. I love it. It looks really, really good. I'm being so judgmental right now. I just wish I had pre-planned better, but I don't know how I would have. I would have had to know all my plans, then been able to put them on the right color hollow sheet, pre-done it all, and that's just not possible unless I'm a sticker maker, which I'm not. So it is what it is. This is going to be a talk through of the whole thing because this gave me the biggest migraine of my life. and I'm kind of glad I'm over the spread now. But this is Jake's birthday week. I did a vlog this week too. I will link that down below if you're curious. It is a really fun vlog because we did so much stuff this weekend. It was like Thursday to Sunday vlog. So definitely check that out if you're interested. This is how the base looks like, all color blocked. I loved it so much. I think it looks so fun. And I love how the balloon animal foil also has hearts because the day by day has hearts too, because it's like, level up, heart, life, etc. So that is it for the base. We're going to jump into the day by day. Wish me the biggest luck ever. My nail popped off during this. I tried to fix it. It wouldn't stay on, so I just gave up because I just need to get this plan with me over with. And I've honestly just given up on that nail now. So on Monday, my best friend came over and gave me a massage. She lives in an apartment and they were doing like fire alarm practice or whatever, which is always the worst day of living in an apartment. So I was like, yes, come on over. So she gave me a massage and then we had a little doggy play date with our dogs. We're actually watching her dog in October. So she has given me like 2 free massages for the nights we're watching her dog, which do not equal out costly. Like massages are more expensive than boarding a dog in terms of how my rate works and her rate works. But I was very appreciative for the amazing massages. Jake and I ran some errands and went to Washington, D.C. And then Jake did go to Costco this day. And I took Ollie to the dog park that is by the Costco. So yeah, he went to Costco for us. I don't even know what we needed, but he got the shrimp tempura taco kit and it was so good. We also really love the Euro kit. I don't like any of the Asian kits because I'm like, this is terrible. So I feel like if you actually know what good tacos or gyros taste like, you're probably like, those are terrible. But for me, they were great. And Jake like heats them up all good and adds extra seasoning. So I just love their pre-made dinners. And yeah, so Jake went to Costco. I took Ollie to the park and then we just watched Monday Night Football this day. On Tuesday, I cuddled Jake in the morning. I walked Oliver, and then I really need to go to CVS because basically all my nails broke off from my last gel appointment because I've been doing gel for so long and gel kills my nails. And I basically just needed to remove my nails. I was like, I need a break. So I took the time to remove my nails this day and I like severely damaged one of my nails and it was so painful. Like, I can't even describe it because it just gives me the ick, like what I did to my nail. But I was using a scrapey thing when not all my nail polish was soaked off. And ow, it just hurts so much to think about. But I did that. It literally took forever. So I had to mark it. Like, do I want to mark removing my gel nails in my planner? No. So I marked it as me time with a little nail polish thing, but it took so long I had to mark it. It was a big chunk of my day. And then we watched the debate this night, which was so interesting. And this night after his famous quote of falsely accusing immigrants in Ohio eating cats and dogs, which I've been through that insult so many times as an Asian American in this world. Like, the AAPIs know that joke and that people think it's so funny and it's not. So after that, I bought a Dogs for Harrison Walls sign and it's now in my front yard and we love that. Apparently we're not allowed to post like political things in our yard per our HOA because we do live in a community with an HOA. But I talked to my aunt about it, who also has an HOA, and her neighbor has been posting Trump signs everywhere. So she like looked into the laws of it, and there is freedom of expression laws 30 days before the election, which it's not 30 days yet, but I'm just going to wait to see if someone actually cares. I don't think people will care in my neighborhood, but it's a good old time. Yes. Debate night. And then I watched some YouTube and did some editing this night. On Wednesday, I did work. This isn't the only day I worked. I worked like 2 days this week. But I worked. I went to Home Goods with Oliver. I want to get some gifts for my father-in-law, so our go-to is just to go to Home Goods and get some good deals. And we can take Oliver that way. So we went to Home Goods, and then we had a dog dropped off with us for the weekend. So he came over, Ozzy. He's a Cavapoo. We love him. We've been watching him for like almost 2 years now. So yeah, he's one of our OGs. And then I uploaded to YouTube this day. I had some planning time and then just watched some YouTube and TV to finish off my Wednesday. On Thursday, it was Jake's 28th birthday, my husband. It's crazy that like 12 years ago we were celebrating in the hallways of our high school. I like remember making him a cake from a box mix and like writing on it, and like I didn't really do a lot for his birthday cuz we were high schoolers. But it's just it's crazy how far we've come. Like 15 to 28, we've almost been together for half of our lives. I love him dearly. So, yeah, I marked that it was Jake's birthday. He unfortunately did have a pretty big and important doctor's appointment this day for like in relevance in I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but basically for our fertility stuff. So he was really, really nervous. I felt so bad that it had to be on his birthday, but he had to schedule it ASAP, and that was the next closest appointment. So he went to that appointment. And then afterwards, I went and got some groceries. I did vlog this day. I started vlogging this day, but I went and picked him up a Carvel ice cream cake from our local Giant. Sorry, that is my text. Carvel, amazing. I learned at the Museum of Ice Cream that Carvel was like the OG of maybe soft serve. I think the OG of ice cream is like someone in China, but Carvel's just so good. And the football cake in particular has inside and outside crunchies. And if you don't know Carvel crunchies, like I am not kidding when I tell you they are the best thing ever. Like literally, they're so good. So love the Carvel football cake. If you're not even into football, I recommend getting the cake. It is so freaking good. But we've been getting that cake recently lately, and I've just been so into it. It's funny because my family was really into Friendlies, specifically the watermelon ice cream cakes growing up. But I feel like our kids, when we have kids one day, if, hopefully, they're going to be really into Carvel ice cream cakes, which I just think is funny. And then we ran some errands. We took the doggos to the park. And Jake wanted to get Indian food this night. He really likes Indian food, and I'm really not big into it. I don't like thick sauces and like curries, and I'm just very like, I don't know. I also don't like spicy food, so if it's too spicy, I'm just not into it. But he wanted Indian food, so we got some good Indian food. He liked it. I really honestly did not eat any of it. I did not like it. I was like, yep, I don't like Indian food after this day. But yeah, so we did get Indian food for takeout, and then we ate some cake together, his ice cream cake, and celebrated. He did already have plans of both Valorant. He was gaming all night. He had Valorant and then Dungeons and Dragons on Thursdays. So I pretty much just did my own thing. I filmed, I worked, I did crafts, etc. But in between, we watched some Thursday night football. I'm pretty sure he was just like gaming. So I probably watched Thursday night football, or it was on in the background. I did some work from home. I filmed some YouTube videos. I did have a mental breakdown. I don't know why I was so anxious this day. Literally could not tell you. And I felt so bad because it was Jake's birthday. And I was like, I'm ruining his birthday. But I just felt really anxious. So I had a mental breakdown, low key, maybe high key. And then I turned on my silhouette for the first time that I got for my birthday and made my brother-in-law his fantasy football trophy from last year because he had been really requesting one. And I was like, okay, I usually make one, but I was just like not in the mood this year because it's just like a lot of extra work, and like you already get paid. Like, so anyways, I made the trophy. It was terrible because the year I won, which was the year before, 2022 to 2023, my trophy's so ugly because I'm the one who always makes it, and I wasn't going to make my own trophy. So I was just like, ugh. But I made my brother-in-law his trophy this day. We were seeing him on Sunday for a family dinner for Jake's birthday. So I just got that made. And basically, the rest of the weekend we spent at my parents' house because we had a lot of plans. So again, I did vlog this week if you are curious. It's a pretty enjoyable vlog, I think. So on Friday, I made bracelets in the morning because I told my mom she like ordered a bunch of Kamala Walls bracelets, Harris Walls bracelets. So I made some of those and gave them to her. And then she like had some of her friends order them from me. And then I packed up and we went to my parents' house. I was reunited with Mochi. And this was like kind of later in the day. And then we got Thai food um from our favorite Thai place, and we went to my cousin's party, which was actually really late at night. So like Thai food was like dinner. But this day is so extended, it makes it seem like my cousin's party was in the middle of the day, but it was really at like 9 o'clock and we went there at 10. But we went to my cousin's birthday party with our BFF Jawan. We brought him with us and it was so much fun. I like didn't know what to expect, but he was like the president of his fraternity, so I would say he definitely knows what a good time is, because like his party was so much fun and so lit, and like it was such a good time. I really did not know what to expect, so we had a lot of fun at my cousin's party. We were actually the last ones there. And then we just hung out with our friend. We went and got takeout food because Jake and Jawan were very drunk. I DD'd. And it was such best case scenario that this birthday party happened the day after Jake's birthday, because Jake is the type of guy who like definitely wants to get turned or like faded or whatever for his birthday, but he's not the type to throw himself a party or ever want to throw himself a party. The most we ended up doing was a dinner with his family on Sunday, which he also was like not particularly into, especially when we sung him happy birthday. So it was great that my cousin threw a party and Jake was still able to get turned and all that, but like not celebrate him in a way. Like we were celebrating my cousin whose birthday was like 2 weeks before this. So it was all good news. And then I just hung out with the dogs and cuddled Jake this night. But yeah, it was a very, very fun day. Great party. And then Saturday, my mom, Ollie, and I went stand-up paddleboarding. The dogs, because we were watching Ozzy, but he's been to my parents' house a million times, and my parents are very accommodating for the Rover dogs we watch, which I'm very grateful for. But Ozzy and Mochi stayed back with my dad, and Jake and Jawan went fishing. They actually went to the wrong lake because my mom is dumb and told them the wrong lake, but then they came to us. But we did go stand up paddleboarding and it was scary because, and I've gone stand up paddleboarding a lot, but basically what happened, long story short, I explained it in my blog. And I, by the way, love paddleboarding. Like I want to do it all the time. But we got our paddle boards, like they're the inflatable ones from Costco. So it's just like a lot of work to set up on your own. And like they're technically my mom's. So anyways, when we went paddleboarding, Ollie like stood up while my mom was trying to stand up on her board. They flew off the board and the paddleboard floated away and they were just in the middle of the lake. My mom didn't have a life vest on, but Ollie did. But for some reason, he thinks he can't swim. And so he was piggybacking my mom, basically drowning her like a 50-pound dog, hugging her, trying to stay afloat, and my mom was just bobbing up and down, and I had to paddleboard to them to rescue them, and then they had to get on my paddleboard, and then we had to go paddleboard to her paddleboard. It was a whole thing. She lost her hat. It was so scary, and like in the moment we were like, oh yeah, we're fine, let's just keep paddleboarding. But like looking back, when we told Jake and then my dad and then everyone was like, that's scary. So yeah, I literally think I would have died. My dad was like, I would have just drowned. And my mom literally rescued my dog this day. So shout out to her. But it was kind of scary. But we did end up paddleboarding for 2 hours after that experience. And Ollie was then on my board because I was really worried about my mom. Like she's older and like, I don't know, like she's my mom. So Ollie stayed on my board completely still. He did not get up once. He did not move a leg. He did not move a muscle for the whole rest of the 2 hours we paddleboarded. He just stood completely still because he was so traumatized from that. But yeah, then Jake and Jawan fish. Jake caught 2 fish and Jawan caught 1 fish, which was really exciting. They did let them go, but it was really cool to see. I've never like been around fishing or anything, so that was really cool. And then I got sushi and boba this day. We hung out with my parents, and then we got Carmen's, our favorite ice cream place in the town we're from. Got Carmen's for dessert, and then we watched the Maryland game. They played UVA, University of Virginia, and we won. So that was great. Finally, on Sunday, I told you guys, like, to talk through all of this and put all these stickers down and color block, it's too much. So I'm glad I did this. Then on Sunday, we walked the dogs bright and early. And then my mom and I went to go meet one of my cousins for brunch. She's technically my cousin, my mom's cousin's daughter. So she's like my second cousin once removed. I honestly don't know. Sorry, that's Ollie barking because Jake just got home. But we went to go get brunch with her at the DC Wharf. It was really, really fun. I love her so much. She's so sweet. So that was a really good time. And then we just hung out at the DC Wharf. My mom and I got some snow ice after by this like homemade syrup place. I think it was called Capital Snow. It's right across from the Anthem at the wharf, and it was literally the best like ice I've ever had. We got a mango colada. It was so good. And then after we watched football Sunday, I did take a nap because I was just so freaking drained from this weekend. Like, we went from thing to drowning in the ocean. Like, it was just so much. So I took a nap, and then we did meet my in-laws, all of my in-laws. Jake's parents were there, as well as their new significant others. Not new, but like, you know what I mean. And then Jake's brother, and then Jake's aunt and his cousin, and then my parents came. So we had a birthday dinner for Jake, and it was really fun. We went to Clyde's, which we love, and it was a good time. So we hung out with all of them, and then on the way home, or we went because basically Ozzy stayed like at my parents' house with us all weekend. So we went and we dropped him off at his apartment. We usually don't like offer to drop dogs off for people, but this particular person, Ozzy's owner, has literally, we've been watching Ozzy for almost 2 years. She always tips us phenomenally, and like, it's the vibe. So we dropped him off because we came home kind of late. So we just thought we would make it easier for her. And then we watched Sunday Night Football, and then I was so exhausted from the weekend. It was such a long weekend. Like I said, I did vlog it all if you're curious, but it was a really, really good time. So this is the spread in full. I ended up not putting in any deco because between the purple, blue, pink hollow, solid color blocking, and only having like pink hollow deco, it just wasn't worth it. I did put Happy Birthday Jake on the sidebar because it was a purple hollow script I had on one of my sheets, and I used blue hollow on Jake's birthday. So it was just a really confusing spread. I am sorry, this is a voiceover. I assume people prefer talk throughs, but I honestly don't know. So let me know if you have a preference. But for my sanity, I had to voice over this and just lay this down and like completely concentrate on what I was doing. I do think this turned out really, really cute. I love these colors so much. I love this kit a lot. I thought Plannerface did a really good job with this kit. She has some other kits that I really want to cop as well. And also because I don't use Plannerface as much, it was harder for me to like lay down all the stickers. So it was nice to just like focus on that. But I'm loving how this looks. Happy birthday to my husband, Jake. I love you dearly. I hope he had a really good birthday week. We did a lot of stuff. Like I said, I didn't really play any video games, but he did. And these are just still the vibes. And we love a bisexual moment. So this bisexual colors moment, I guess. And I think, is this art done by Darcy? Can someone let me know? Because the fashion people look like Darcy's. And that just makes me love it even more because I love Darcy so much. But I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.